would say it was I just read that. I was like, wait a minute. Am I going to be going here?
Now it's got it lost by one vote. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you which ones are me, but let's say like half an hour. But
it's so nice to see you all today. We're going to do some brief introductions. My name is Sonia Lumley. I'm the Student Body Vice President-elect.
Thomas Musgrave, student union parliamentarian for about half an hour.
Eileen Berger, also the student union secretary for about half an hour.
Hi, I'm Catherine Morrissey, who will be the Student Union Secretary after half an hour.
You have to just say outgoing. I am the director of the student. Director of the Student Activities Office and advisor of Senate.
Awesome. So the first thing on the agenda is prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Lord, we ask you to watch over the Senate today. Let us have a great and productive year, representing the needs and wants and interests of the student body. And with the intercession of your mother, we pray. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now. In the name of the Father, Son. Okay, we're going to do roll call. So what we want you to say is your name, your hall, your major, your year, and your favorite ND memory. And then we'll go last.
Michael Camerelli.
My name is Michael. I'm a freshman in alumni studying econ and Theo. My favorite memory was past college football season.
Madison Benchfield.
I'm Madison. I'm a sophomore. I'm from Madden, and my favorite ND memory is Jenkins Fest.
Matthew Dunn.
I'm Matthew. I'm a sophomore from Bomber Hall in computer science. Favorite memory is probably Welcome Again.
Destiny Harris.
I'm Destiny. I'm from Breen Phillips Hall. I'm a freshman, and my favorite memory is probably football season.
Charlie Bacon.
Charlie, I live in Carroll Hall. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite memory is Welcome Weekend.
Caitlin Curran.
I'm Caitlin. I'm from Kavanaugh Hall. I'm a freshman studying computer science, and I would say my favorite memory is also Welcome Weekend.
Richard Kamau.
I'm Richard. I'm a freshman studying chemical generics from Dillon Hall. My favorite memory is probably Dillon Hall.
Pat Teason.
I'm Pat. I'm a freshman in Duncan, civil engineer. My favorite memory is the Texas A&M football game.
Kyle Lochner.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm a first year from Dunn Hall, a major in political science and economics. And I would say my favorite memory is just spending time in Dunn. Always.
Annie Tomka.
Hi, I'm Annie. I'm a freshman from Barton Hall.
I'm an accounting and econ major. And my favorite memory is probably welcoming them.
Luke Williams.
My name is Luke. I'm a freshman living in Fisher Hall, and I'm studying finance and theology. And my favorite memory is probably the football season as well.
Josephine Oladoye.
Hi, my name is Josephine Irene Hall. I'm a sophomore studying neuroscience, and my favorite memory is probably my freshman SYR.
Karen Wilson.
I'm Taryn. I'm from Howard. I'm studying chemical engineering, and my favorite memory is probably the playoff home game.
Michelle Savarino.
I'm Michelle. I'm a freshman in JFAM. I'm a history major, and I think the Indiana game is also my favorite.
Edward Curry.
Hey, I'm Edward, freshman, studying finance, accounting, and political science from Keenan Hall, and I'm also gonna have to say the NDIU game.
Jack Rankin.
I'm Jack, I'm freshman from Yale, probably favorite memory so far. Yeah, definitely in Indiana.
Adeline Clemmer.
Hi, I'm Adeline. I'm a freshman from Lewis, studying finance and global affairs, and I think my favorite memory was probably the first snowball fight.
Anna Kate Carlisle.
I'm Anna Kate. I'm from McGlynn. I'm a freshman, and I'm studying bio, and mine was probably the IU game.
Joey McClellan.
I'm Joey. I'm a sophomore in Morrissey, studying chemical engineering, and my favorite memory is probably the national championships here.
Connor Clemens.
I'm Connor. I'm a freshman in O'Neill studying mechanical engineering, and my favorite memory is probably the Orange Bowl.
Nathan Ward.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm a Graham freshman studying strategic management and music, and my favorite memory is also the Orange Bowl.
Angelica Serna.
I'm Angelica. I'm a freshman in PE. I'm majoring in psych pre-med, and my favorite memory is probably watching the national championship.
Riley Evers.
Hi, everyone. My name is Riley. I'm a freshman from PW. I'm double majoring in classics and PLS. And my favorite memory is probably getting into my acapella group.
Nice. Do you guys have a concert coming up soon?
Yes, it's on April 25th.
Awesome. Elena Rawson.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm a freshman in Ryan studying political science, and my favorite memory is probably the IU game.
Ben Solon.
I'm Ben. I'm a sophomore from Siegfried Hall. I'm studying biology. My favorite memory is probably rushing the field after UFC.
James College.
I'm James. I'm in Soren, freshman, and then majoring in finance and econ. Favorite memory I'd probably say is the Orange Bowl.
Michael Heffernan. No. Okay. Kyle Kozlowski.
Kyle, Stanford, I'm a freshman studying finance, and my favorite memory is probably tailgates.
Nice. Any specific or all?
I like the night game ones. You really don't get out, but
Love it. Laurel Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Laurel. I'm a freshman in Walsh. I'm another chemical engineer, and my favorite memory probably gonna go with Walsh flag football.
Did you guys win?
We made it all the way to being the 1 seed when we were the smallest team with no subs and no coach.
Huge. Zizalba. Yes.
Yes. I'm from sophomore from Rostam. I'm doing poli-sci history. Favorite memory probably has to be this latest fall snow.
Patrick Mulligan.
He's on his way.
Good. Keep me updated. Walker Bagley.
Yeah, my name is Walker. I'm a off-campus senior. I'm studying comp science management, and my favorite memory be the 46th through 49th Keenan reviews.
What happened at those specifically?
Some dancing, some singing, some laughing.
Fabulous. Michaela Copley.
My name is Michaela. I'm an off-campus senior as well. I'm studying biology and then studying abroad.
Nice. Emma Harry.
I'm an off-campus senior, studying econ, and my favorite is probably the Navy game in Dublin.
Nice. Yamon Tracy.
I'm Eamon, off-campus senior studying computer engineering and the Orange Bowl.
Nice. Benton Fisher.
Benson Fisher. I'm a freshman in Siegfried Hall. I'm studying strategic management and real estate. My favorite memory is probably going to the Orange Bowl.
Leah Applin.
I'm Leah Applin. I'm a sophomore studying strategic management and theology in PW. And my favorite memory is probably the Virginia game from this last year because I got to go to a game and a concert on the same day.
Jair Gonzalez.
Hey, I'm Diego, I'm a neuroscience major, junior from Keenan Hall. Favorite memory, probably welcome weekends.
Rose, huh?
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm an on-campus senior studying bio and art history. My favorite is either Russian Field for Clemson or Noah Kong.
Kelsey Cassella?
I'm Kelsey. I'm a junior studying accounting in Kavanaugh Hall. I'd say my favorite memory was donuts.
Leo Hong?
Yeah, my name's Leo. I'm a junior at Morrissey. I'm studying finance, accounting, and history. And I'd say my favorite memory was JPW.
Danny Ward?
I'm Danny. I'm a junior studying chemical engineering at O'Neill, and my favorite memory was the Boston College game.
Elijah Jones?
Hi, I'm Elijah. I'm a sophomore in Alumni Hall studying computer science, and favorite memory probably welcome weekend.
Thomas?
Thomas Musgrave, senior off campus, political science, and I'd say the rushing the field after Clemson.
I think my favorite was the cookies Maeve brought to Senate last week. Sorry if you weren't there. Wait, do you want to do the new HBC, right?
There's a couple
Oh,
more.
yeah. Joseph Tunney and Megan Klein. Either of you here? No? Okay. I guess not. Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry, sophomore, not political science major, and my favorite memory is probably the first ever CFB home game win against Indiana.
Sonia?
Awesome. My name is Sonia Lumley, Walsh Hall, political science with a minor that Hesburgh Program of Public Service. Junior, favorite ND memory, I would say playing the marching band for the national championship. That was pretty cool.
Okay, that's everyone that has to be here.
Awesome. Okay. First, I believe it will be the president-elect, Jerry.
I'd say like, yeah, right there.
Pursuant to Article 12, Section 3.9 of the Constitution, at the first Senate meeting of the term, the Judicial Council President shall ask the student body president to raise his or her right hand and repeat the following oath. I, Jerry Vilhauer, do solemnly swear that I shall faithfully execute the office of student body president of the University of Notre Dame Duloc, that I shall exercise my highest ethic, that I shall endeavor to ensure the efficient and effective operation of the student union, and that I shall to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the undergraduate student body. So help me God. Okay. Article 12, Section 3.9 of the Constitution. At the first Senate meeting of the term, the Judicial Council President shall ask the student body vice president to raise his or her right hand and repeat the following. I, Sonia Lumley Murillo, do solemnly swear that I shall faithfully execute the office of student body vice president of the University of Notre Dame Duloc, that I shall exercise my highest ethic, that I shall endeavor to ensure the efficient and effective operation of the student union,
That I should, can you repeat that?
okay, that I shall endeavor to ensure
That I shall endeavor to ensure
the efficient and effective operation
the efficient and effective
of
operation
the student union,
of the student union,
and that I shall to the best of my ability
and that I shall, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the undergraduate student body.
the Constitution of the undergraduate student body.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. So we will now do the senators of office. So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then you'll say I, then your name in unison.
Stand up too.
Oh, stand. Yeah, please stand. I, Sonia Lumley. 1, 2, 3. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Student Senator of the University of Notre Dame Duloc, that I will bear true allegiance to the same. That exercising my highest ethic, I will do the best of my ability to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the undergraduate student body. Oh, that's a lot. That exercising my highest ethic, I will do the best of my ability to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the undergraduate student body. That I take this obligation freely. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I am about to enter. Awesome, congratulations. Okay. All right, so I'll need a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
We will now vote on the motion to approve the minutes. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, it passes. Awesome. Off to executive announcements. We don't have any. Next. Oh yeah. So essentially we have the individuals in the room today that will be nominated for emeritus status and directors here. So I do request for a motion to move items A through K into general orders.
I seek unanimous consent to move items A through K to general orders.
Are there any objections to the motion of unanimous?
Action. Okay. Say something. Motion to move items A through C and items F through K to general orders.
Are there any objections to the unanimous consent to move items A through C and was it E through
F through K?
F through K? If not, we will move items A through C.
Yep, just got it. Okay. And then I said,
yeah.
So just a heads up, as we go through all this business, if you guys, I know it's your first meeting, if you have any questions about kind of what's going on or anything, anyone in the room that is a speaking member can just say point of inquiry at any time and ask a question, and myself or Sonia can answer it. So just a heads up before we move on.
Point of inquiry, what just happened to motion? What was that?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a great question. Basically, to move items from new business into general orders, it requires a unanimous consent, which means that everyone in Senate has to agree to do so. There was an objection to that, so moving all of them did not go up. However, there was then a motion to move everything except those two pieces up into general orders. So everything except those two pieces that are now A and B in new business have been moved up.
And they would be heard next week.
Yes, that's correct. So anything that isn't moved up, and there is still a chance to kind of talk about that and potentially move it up. Motions can still be made, but as of now, yes, everything that is not in general orders is heard next week.
Okay, awesome. We will start with a chief of staff nomination letter. So we'll need a motion to dispense with the reading. If not, the primary author will read the whole thing.
Motion to dispense with the reading.
Second.
Okay. We'll now vote on dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, it passes. The reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning, and Ethan is right here.
You can also ask questions to Jerry and Sonia, as they're the authors of the letter as well. So.
Okay.
Motion to move out of questioning and debate.
We'll now vote on moving out of questioning into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, we are now in debate. Yeah, oh yeah, please leave, yeah. Are there any points of debate? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say motion to move out of debate and into a vote.
Second.
We now vote to move out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We will now vote on the nomination of Ethan Shane for Chief of Staff. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? All right, awesome. Give it a nice warm welcome. Up, we have the Student Union Secretary nomination letter.
Motion to dispense with the reading.
Second.
We'll now vote on the dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? The reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning. We'll now vote on moving out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We're now in debate. Thank you. Any points of debate? Any motion?
There's a hand.
Oh, sorry.
Move out of debate and into a vote.
Second.
We will now vote on moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We are now voting on the nomination of Catherine Morrissey for Student Union Secretary. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. Okay. We will now go to Executive Controller nomination.
Motion to dispense with the reading.
Second.
We'll now vote on the dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? The reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning.
Move out of question and into debate. Second.
We will now vote to move out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We are now in debate. Kevin
will have to, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can raise your hand.
I wasn't sure if I needed to be seated time because I'm not like,
Oh, you do actually, you're out, sorry.
yeah, sorry. Can you seat me time? Awesome.
I yield my time to Eileen.
Awesome. So I've known Kevin for about a year. He has served as the current controller. He's absolutely a fantastic person. No one works harder. He's in the office really late at night doing budgeting. If you go in there after 10 p.m., there's no lights on. Kevin's in there doing budgeting. So he should totally be confirmed for this position because he is a fantastic person and fantastic at his job.
Yes.
I did want to make a comment. Yes, I just also wanted to throw our support behind Kevin. He's done a wonderful job this year. And yeah, I think he'll make a great executive controller for the administration.
I'd like to yield my time to Dawson Becker.
Echo what's already been said. Kevin did a great job with us. Very excited for him to be running it back. So you should vote for him. Also very excited for Ethan as well.
Yes.
Are there any other points of debate?
Motion to move out of debate into a vote.
We'll now vote on the motion of moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We'll now vote on the nomination of Kevin White for Executive Controller. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. Give him a warm welcome.
What's parliamentarian?
It's motion.
I've got. Something happened weird, but it's up there for me. I don't know.
It's fine on the minutes.
Yeah.
I'm good here.
I
We can
can't
just go
see.
up and
Okay,
share.
yeah.
parliamentarians next.
Awesome. Alrighty. We are now to item D, Student Union Parliamentarian Nomination Letter.
Motion to accept the reading.
We now vote on dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. The reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning.
Move out of question and into debate.
We will now vote on moving out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Oh, yeah.
Sam is great. Sam has worked with me as deputy parliamentarian for the past year, so he's pretty much done all of the jobs of parliamentarian throughout his time in that role. And throughout that time, he's shown a lot of commitment to it, and is also just like super helpful if you guys need help with like legislation. He's helped a bunch of people even last term with it. So really excited for him to take on this role.
If anyone could.
Yield time.
We have like time to debate.
Yes, I would like to echo what Thomas said. There were a few Senate meetings where Thomas couldn't be there, and Sam stepped into the parliamentary role super naturally, so I think he did a great job.
Oh, I was just gonna echo what was already said about Sam. I met him his first day here. It's been awesome to see him grow into the role that he currently has now, and just as much work as he does for judicial council, it's just really amazing how like, knowledgeable he is as a freshman. So I really support him.
Any other points of debate?
Motion to move out of debate into a vote.
We will now vote on moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We are now voting on the nomination of Sam Robinson for Student Union Parliamentarian. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, awesome. Give him a warm greeting.
We'll do a quick transition here.
I move to.
You can. Yeah, if you want.
Stay solid.
We are now in item E. Yes, Student Union Historian Nomination Letter.
Motion to dispense with the reading.
Awesome. We will now vote on dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, the reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning.
What is the role of the historian?
You can go ahead.
So it's a new role, it was added last year, and I was actually the first person to vote for it. So what I did was make the Student Union archive. So if you go on the Judicial Council website, you'll see it's archival material from J Council, and then we're gonna add sub, CCC, and the class council next year. So the historian is kind of the person who's in charge of precedent going forward.
Move out of question into debate.
We'll now vote on moving out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We're now in debate. Monica? Any point of debate?
I just want to echo my support for Monica. So when I was historian, she was my deputy historian, and then when I had to resign, I made her the historian last term, and I think it's only fitting that she gets to serve a term of her own. So she's great.
Motion to move out of debate into a vote.
Second.
We will now vote on moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We are now voting on the nomination for Monica Saylor for Student Union Historian. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. Passes. Warm welcome. Now we will go to the Assistant Student Union Treasurer nomination letter.
Motion to dispense with the reading.
We'll now vote on the dispensing of the reading. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. Reading is dispensed with. We are now in questioning.
Motion to move out of questioning and into debate.
Second.
We'll now vote on moving out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, we are now in debate. Individuals who are. Any points of debate?
Motion to move out of debate and into a vote.
Second.
We'll now vote on the motion and moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We will now vote on the Assistant Student Union Treasurer position. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, warm welcome. Okay. No, yes, here it is. Now we will move into the emeritus status letters. I do recommend for these letters to be read in full. It gives honor to the individuals who have done so much service for the University of Notre Dame. If there is no motion to dispense with the reading, Jerry, the primary author, will read them.
A resolution bestowing emeritus status on Dawson Kaiser. Whereas Dawson Kaiser has served faithfully and dutifully the office of the University of Notre Dame Student Body President during the 2024-2025 term, advocating for the student body and advancing their interests. Whereas Dawson created a welcoming environment in the Notre Dame student government throughout his term, encouraging a positive attitude and sense of community and teamwork that propelled his administration's success in all of their endeavors. Whereas Dawson always put the needs of the student union above the needs of himself, spent countless hours working on student government projects, and truly embodied what it means to be a servant leader during his term. Whereas Dawson took on the role of student body president with confidence, grace, and compassion to ensure that all students felt represented in student government and felt they had a home at Notre Dame. Whereas Dawson not only represented the interests of the student body to administration, garnered support for the student union from various sponsors and university organizations, and accomplished the goals of his administration, but also set an incredible example of what it means to hold this office and truly give back to Notre Dame. Whereas Dawson's role at the university extends far beyond that of student body president and has made an indelible impact on Notre Dame, therefore be it. Did I read the result? Okay. Resolved by the Student Senate of the University of Notre Dame de Lac that the title of Student Government Student Body President Emeritus be bestowed upon Dawson Kaiser in recognition and appreciation of his dedication and contribution to the University of Notre Dame.
Awesome. We're now in questioning.
Second.
We will now vote on moving out of questioning and into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We are now in debate.
My time remaining.
Yeah, hi everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Maeve Miller. I was the former student body vice president, so I was Dawson's VP. And I just want to say a few words really briefly. It's typically tradition that people say a few words about the person receiving emeritus status, even though they're not in the room to hear them. But yeah, I just want to say I've been truly inspired by Dawson's leadership this past year. I didn't know him when he asked me to run with him. I knew him like through family, friends, and that type of thing, but I didn't know him personally at all, and he's become one of my best friends. He's an incredible person, and he's really given his all to, I think the letter that Jerry, Sonia, and Ethan wrote puts it perfectly. He's given so much to this role this year, and I think his leadership has spoken volumes throughout campus, and really setting the tone of what it means to be not only a student leader, but also just a student at Notre Dame, to give back, to do good, and to leave a community a little bit better than the way that you found it. So I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of the team we were able to build. And yeah, I hope that you guys unanimously vote to give him emeritus status. I know he a lot of him, so thank you, and thank you, Danny, for yielding your time.
Yeah, I just want to say he's been such a good help in the transition process already, and it's gonna be really tough shoes to fill with Dawson's role. He did a fantastic job, and he fully deserves emeritus status.
Yeah, I was the senator last year, and Dawson was just so amazing. Even not formally being involved with Senate or maybe contact being made, he was so great with all of our executive cabinet stuff. And I worked really close with him with the rec sports stuff last year, which has finally been announced now, which is super exciting. And he's honestly just one of the most positive people I've ever met. He's never afraid to walk up to anyone and talk to them about student government. And I think everyone on this campus just like appreciates how sociable he was with everyone, trying to keep everyone involved in student government.
Yes.
Just want to say being student body president is not easy, and it can definitely be trying at times, but Dawson has remained compassionate and joyful throughout the whole experience. Like even in weeks where they have so many events going on, or maybe it's like a tough time in our nation, like Dawson has always just welcomed, I feel like, everyone with a smile, and he's just truly he was there for the student body, but most importantly for students as individuals. So definitely deserves this.
I will add my own point. Dawson is just such a kind spirit, wonderful individual. I looked up to him even, so I do believe he should receive this emeritus status, but. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I will.
Field time, yeah.
I didn't know Dawson before I was put into the student union secretary position, but I will genuinely say the hours he gives to this office are completely unreal. Like he was always in the office until midnight. He worked about 50 hours a week, put everything else on hold, even his classes, to do what he thought was best for the student body. And I'm so proud of the way he was able to like engage with administrators, and really, even if there were disagreements with administration, he always worked through them with such grace and kindness to everyone involved. And I would say there's not a soul on this campus that dislikes Dawson, because he's just genuinely one of the best people you will ever meet.
Need a motion to move out of debate if there's no other points of debate.
Motion to move out of debate into a vote.
We'll now vote on moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We will now vote on SS 252601, a resolution bestowing emeritus status on Dawson Kaiser. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. Passes. Awesome. We will now move to item H. That is a resolution bestowing emeritus status on Maeve Miller. Seeing that there are no motions to dispense the reading, Jerry will read.
A resolution bestowing emeritus status on Maeve Miller. Whereas Maeve Miller has served faithfully and dutifully the office of the University of Notre Dame Student Body Vice President during the 2024-2025 term, advocating for the student body and advancing their interests. Whereas Maeve was a passionate, involved, and strong leader in the student union, working closely with administration and other members of the student union to organize key events and policy for both the executive cabinet and legislation passed through the student senate, always seeking to compromise and create a better student government. Whereas Maeve strived to foster a positive environment as the chairperson of the student senate, working tirelessly to ensure that senators and all members of the student senate were informed on the proceedings of the senate and acting as a guiding force for productive conversation. Whereas Maeve loyally, efficiently, and compassionately served her president, Dawson Kaiser, in all duties and endeavors, and in turn, the entire student union. Whereas Maeve used her role as vice president to foster a more inclusive environment for all Notre Dame students, as well as used her passion for student government to accomplish all that the 2024-2025 administration set out to accomplish. Whereas Maeve's role at the university extends far beyond that of student body vice president and has made an indelible impact on Notre Dame. Therefore, be it resolved by the Student Senate of the University of Notre Dame de Locke that the title of Student Government Student Body Vice President Emeritus be bestowed upon Maeve Miller in recognition and appreciation of her dedication and contribution to the University of Notre Dame.
We are now questioning.
Move out of questioning and into debate. Second.
We'll now vote on moving out of questioning into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We're now in debate.
All right, hey everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know where to begin with me. She has gone above and beyond in her role as student body vice president, all the way back, to our campaign and all the craziness. She handled all of that with such grace, and just throughout our time has led with such a care and giving so much of herself to the student body in Notre Dame. It's just been my honor and my pleasure to work with such an amazing leader like her. And there's been a lot we've gone through this year, and through it all, she just remained so dedicated and so passionate to serving you all and to making sure that the students' needs, interests, and wants were met and received by anybody who would listen. So there's no one more deserving of this position. There's no one I can even imagine working with besides her. She has, like I said, gone above and beyond and made it her business to do everything she can in order to serve you all and to serve Notre Dame. And it's been, like I said, just such a pleasure. She absolutely deserves it.
I yield my time to Thomas. That's great. Yeah, so I concur with everything that Dawson and Jerry said. Obviously, working with Maeve closely in the Senate, I think one of the biggest things I saw was, whatever meeting we came into, always had just like a smile and super positive and super helpful to everyone in Senate. And I'm really happy that I got to work with her throughout this year.
I yield my time to Mason.
I worked for Dawson and Maeve in their administration. I guess I was kind of their employee this past year as a director. But it was really such an honor to serve Maeve. While they were running, I thought they were just like these figures I would never actually get to meet and sit down and chat with. But they're both Dawson and Maeve are just so humbled, so down to earth. And it's just been such an honor to work for them, and I can't think of anyone more deserving than Maeve.
Yes.
I yield my time, Riley.
Fabulous. So the first day we came into Senate, Maeve was just effortless. She was perfect in every Senate since she was fantastic at her job. No matter what was going on, the stress she was feeling personally, she always came in here every day with a smile and willing to do the job to the absolute best of her ability. And even no matter what side people were on in arguments, everyone always appreciated Maeve and the great job that she was able to do, the kindness she showed everyone. And more than that, I'm just so thankful to have known her personally. And I can now say she's one of my best friends. She's the kindest person. She cares so much about everyone at this university and genuinely is so deserving of this.
I just want to echo what Eileen said. Maeve has done a great job chairing Senate this past year. I think going from my freshman year and just seeing how effortlessly she just transitioned it over was amazing. And then in Senate, we've had a lot of very deep and intentional things that we've been talking about this year. And there were definitely times where it got tense, but Maeve handled things so professionally. And I think I just have respected her so much this past year and looked up to her because of her composure and everything she's also just brought to the student union outside of just serving as the chair of Senate.
I obviously was Maeve's successor as McGlynn senator, and from the first whole council meeting I went to listening to her talk, honestly, I could say she was my role model. She's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. I've never heard her say a single bad thing about anyone, and she was always there for all of the senators, especially me with the transition. She made it so easy. I never felt like I didn't know what was going on because I felt like I could always ask her questions. And she just so genuinely is one of the best people I've ever met. She's probably one of my best friends now, and I'm so happy she's staying in McGlynn next year. Also, all of McGlynn Hall would like to support this as well. I'm kind of here on behalf of them. But yeah, we all just love Maeve so much, and I can't think of anyone who deserves this anymore.
I'll also make my own point. Maeve is an amazing leader, amazing friend, Echoing what everyone just said already, she's helped me so much and she's gonna help me next year as well. She'll still be here, so I'm so happy for that, but she's more than deserving for this emeritus status. Any questions? Are there any other questions?
I motion to move out of the debate and into a vote.
We'll now vote on moving out of the debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Awesome. We will now vote on SS 252602, a resolution bestowing emeritus status on Maeve Miller. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Passed. Awesome. We are now at item I, a resolution bestowing emeritus status on Allison O'Connor. Jerry?
A resolution bestowing emeritus status on Allison O'Connor. Whereas Allison O'Connor has served faithfully and dutifully the office of the University of Notre Dame Student Government Chief of Staff during the 2024-2025 term, advocating for the student body and advancing their interests. Whereas Allison not only was extremely dedicated to her role in student government, but also fostered a welcoming, kind, and friendly environment within the executive cabinet, and also in her prior role as executive controller during the 2023-2024 term. Displaying a commitment to the leadership of this university and its betterment, whereas Allison cultivated strong relationships with administrators, students, and executive cabinet directors and members, as well as aiding them professionally in all their pursuits within student government. Whereas Allison loyally, efficiently, and compassionately served her president, Dawson Kaiser, and vice president, Maeve Miller, in all duties and endeavors, and in turn, the entire student union. Whereas Allison's foresight, organization, and overall vision for the 2024-2025 administration was vital to its success, and her commitment to Notre Dame and its betterment for all students was evident through her tenure. Whereas Allison's role at the university extends far beyond that of the student body chief of staff and has made an indelible impact on Notre Dame. Therefore be it resolved by the Student Senate of the University of Notre Dame du Lac that the title of Student Government, Student Body Chief of Staff Emeritus be bestowed upon Allison O'Connor in recognition and appreciation of her dedication and contribution to the University of Notre Dame.
We are now in questioning.
Move out of questioning and into debate.
We will now vote on moving out of questioning into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? We are now in debate.
I would like to yield my time to Dawson.
Yeah, just wanted to say, student government, I can confidently say, would not be where it is today in this past year without Allison, obviously me too. But she just has kept everything. I mean, I can't say enough good things about how much she did to just make sure that all of the work that we did, all of the 18 departments that we managed, all of the relationships with our executive cabinet, she just carried with such grace and such organization, and it was just such a blessing having her in our chief of staff role. We knew from the very moment that we talked to her and interviewed her for the position that she was the perfect person for the role, and did, as I said, an amazing job cultivating relationships with our executive cabinet, and then also keeping Maeve and I in check and making sure that all of the different moving parts, thousands of moving parts that our student government were in line and where they needed to be. So I'm so thankful to her of just all the things that she did and we noticed, but all the things that she did that I think a lot of people didn't see and were behind the scenes and don't get the proper recognition that they deserve. So she is the reason that student government was able to do a lot of the amazing things that we were able to do this year. So thanks, Allison. She's more than deserving of this status.
Yeah, so chief of staff is the most work intensive but least recognized role on campus. Allison was working crazy hours. And guys, if you don't know Allison, she's also a student athlete. So she's like budgeting her time between student government, being on the rowing team, and normal course loads. So she's absolutely insane in the best way. She did an amazing amount of work. I honestly think she's probably not human with the amount of work she was able to do this year. She's just a fantastic person as well, and an amazing person to get to know. She was a great mentor for me, and really helped keep us all on track this last year. So she's so deserving of this.
I'd like to yield my time to Maeve Miller.
Yeah, kind of just echoing what's already been said. I didn't know Allison at all before she became our chief of staff, and she's become one of my best friends as well. It's been an amazing relationship to develop. She's not here right now because she is, like Eileen mentioned, on our women's crew team. Go Irish, row Irish. She's a captain, and they're in practice right now. So she's just been amazing. I feel blessed that she's come to my life, and I consider her to be one of my lifelong friends. And yeah, just the organizational skills all the way down to the interpersonal relationships as well. She really took the job and ran with it, and I'm really proud again of the work that she did, but also the friendships and relationships that she was able to. So she's definitely deserving of another unanimous vote for this status. I know, even though she's not here, she will watch this video, and she will deeply appreciate it.
I've had the pleasure of working with Allison as a department director under her, Maeve, and Dawson's administration. And she's been an incredibly hard worker and still deeply committed to serving the student body. And I think I can speak on behalf of all the fellow department directors who have worked with her this past year that the work that we've been able to accomplish simply would not have been possible without her. She's really beyond deserving of the status and has left some very big shoes to fill.
Motion.
Motion to add a debate into a vote.
Second.
We now vote on moving out of debate into a vote. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, we will now vote on SS 252603, a resolution bestowing merit status on Allison O'Connor. All those in favor? Opposed? All abstain? Passes. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I yield my time.
So last thing I'll say, there's still two things in new business right now, right? And every single one of these directors that's here took time out of the day to come to this meeting to get confirmed. I'll also say that in terms of changing the names and changes to the departments, which is what the first one does, this is not anything new. Every year, apart from I believe last year that I've been here, departments get changed. They also announce these, right? So I think the time was there to get feedback from people on what this is. I say let's have the debate now and get these people confirmed so they can start their jobs. I highly recommend for someone to do another unanimous consent motion to move these up and for that unanimous consent to pass.
I move to suspend the rules in order to move items A and B and new business out of new business into general orders.
Awesome. Yeah. Are there any objections to the unanimous consent?
Yeah, I yield my time.
At the very least, I don't know what kind of the thing is. If it is on the names, at least let's move up the department directors and just send the ones that are new.
We can vote on the ones that aren't getting edited, like vote a block. I just didn't know if that would take too long. We could just do that.
Oh, yeah, somebody could do the motion to vote and block, and then we can go from there. It wouldn't take long if we did vote.
Is that the vote on the ones that aren't getting changed? There's a couple back there too.
Okay, yes.
Can I yield my time?
Yes.
Yeah, hi guys, again, Maeve. So Dawson and I would also like to just encourage you guys to please pass this through. You have the amount of time it takes to onboard people, as many of you guys are also student union leaders know, it takes a very long time. And even getting a week behind with that would be just a lot. So if you're gonna debate the new departments, do it now. That way everybody can have a fruitful debate about it. And I know in future Senate meetings, we try to keep stuff in new business so that I can move up to general order so everybody has enough time to go back to their dorms. But you all did receive this last night at 5:30, and you all did, as new senators, you were all at your, hall council meetings and that type of thing. So you were hopefully able to discuss this with your halls. Again, I would just really encourage to just get it done this week. That way it doesn't hinder the executive cabinet from being able to do their jobs to the best of their ability, and really start off the term on a high note. So.
Yeah, I also just want to add that
we can't debate any issues that anyone may have with any name changes or anyone who potentially is nominated until this is moved up into general orders. So we can't necessarily discern any issues or objections people have until we get to a point where that sort of stuff is debatable. And right now that's not debatable. And so if we do hold it up, we can't debate any issues that anyone may have with these potential changes, at least at this point.
I just want to be able to present it to my dorm so everybody's informed.
Were you not?
Well, there's a reason we have to do business so that we can have it for a week. Is that a test tomorrow? And I was gonna make a full presentation.
Sorry, no, I don't have speaking privilege.
That's totally reasonable, and we really understand your perspective. However, there are, all of the directors are seeking nomination here, and, you know, out of respect for their time today, that's why we brought them here, thinking that these would be in general orders, but, you'll tell.
Yeah, you'll
I totally get that, and that's good, and I supposedly support that 4 senators. The only thing is that these changes were announced like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there was opportunity to receive that feedback, and so ultimately, like, it's the first meeting. I don't think I've ever seen department directors not get moved up, and for these changes not to happen. And all the past senates I've seen, it's all debated. So that's my point.
Sorry, I was unaware. This wasn't official at the point, so it became official last month. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
No time to answer.
I'd like to say, I just want to make note that Rose made a motion to suspend the rules, which requires a 2/3 vote, not unanimous consent.
Yeah, so it does actually, sorry, if you like, so we can suspend the rules and we can go that route, or if we'd rather, like, the Senate bylaws do state that we must vote unanimously in order to move something from new business to general orders. And my understanding is that, like, in the Senate bylaws currently, there's not a provision that says what the vote threshold is going to be to suspend the Senate bylaws. We can amend them, but there's no vote threshold to suspend the rules of the Senate bylaws themselves. So we can't just make a motion to, like, suspend the Senate bylaws because that's not permitted in the Senate rules. And that because of the unanimous consent rule within the Senate bylaws, that takes precedent over any sort of rules and procedure that may exist in any documents that we follow, which is stated in the Senate bylaws. So sadly, this does require unanimous consent to be moved from new business to general orders.
I just want.
Oh, sorry. Leah, and then, yeah.
Okay. Also, we've nominated people for or confirmed people for sub positions and multiple other positions where it's moved into new business last year. And I know that some people, either you were here last week because new senators were required to come last week, or in the weeks that sub was brought to the floor, and there have been multiple other positions. This is the first time, I feel like, in a very long time in which anything that has been brought up has been held to not go into general orders. And I also want to say that I know that there was a lot of debate about the new changes. Jerry and Sonia and Ethan did hear the student body voices and didn't just keep them the same. They did work with the student body to change these things. So I think that they put in the diligent effort to honor the student body, and we should at least have the chance to debate that, especially when it is seeming like it is so important to get these things done so the student body can operate efficiently.
Yes.
I would agree with Olivia on that, and to counter your point,
They sent out an email, February 28th, 2025, that listed these exact things. And they added it to their policy goals and initiatives, and they resplit it in the exact same way that's presented in this document. So you have this document, February 28th. So I don't I'm just confused. Where you didn't know the split was gonna happen, when it's literally in the.
Marty, you're not recognized. You just can't. You have to be recognized by the chair in order to.
You have to raise your hand first.
I'm sorry about that.
But are you finished speaking? Okay.
Am I allowed to debate this right now?
We can't debate the actual, you can't debate the documents themselves or the proposals because they're not in general orders. So technically we can't talk about the merits of any of these nominations or of the constitutional changes. So we actually can't really debate the issue. We're just trying to make motions. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Wasn't she debating it though? We should stop.
We'll make sure that no one is debating moving forward. I don't know if that necessarily qualified, but we'll just thank you for your point.
Apologies. Yes.
Do you really foresee anyone in your?
Can't do this.
We can't debate, guys. So since these two things are in new business, they have to be in general orders to go to debate.
Asking about motion.
Oh, motion. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you foresee any
potential resistance, like why it wouldn't be good to do that? Was that?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not allowed.
So I'm gonna give it to Thomas really quickly.
Yeah.
In my view of Parley Pro, you can debate whether motion should be passed. So you can debate whether this is, we just can't get in the merits with specific people or offices.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So the motions are fine.
Do you foresee any possible situation where someone in your dorm would really read through all this and have an issue with a particular person, which is why it would be relevant to not do it this week?
I don't know how to respond without debating. I think people would have a problem with adding a department and about the finance and student government, since it was such an issue last year.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but also people just like blocked out time to be here, so I think it should be motioned through so that they don't have to come again next week when they spend time to be here today.
Yeah, you have one time initial.
Yes, so I served as a department director this past year, and immediately after, getting confirmed by the Senate, I started my work on events that were planned for the next school year. And if I didn't have that extra week to do so, everything wouldn't have gone out so clean. It's very important to me that we are confirmed now. The only new change, like new department that has been added, is the Department of Campus Nutrition, which is student athlete relations as well. That's also been added. But it's very imperative that we start our responsibilities now in order to run the executive cabinet efficiently. And I think that if there are any issues, they can be brought up with that, because we do need to start our positions now in order to.
Yeah, I would also like to say, you'll go next, but I'd also like to say we came due onboarding, which we scheduled for this Saturday. But yeah, you go.
So I'm just curious, if my math is correct, only 4 departments will be affected by this hold on like the names. I'm just curious, how many departments are there? Because I'm in favor of moving it forward. Whatever's.
There's 20. There's 20 departments. 2 are being added. And there's one name change as well. Which are the combination.
I motion to vote in block for the ones that are getting. I'm fine with the name changes, but the ones that are being created or removed.
So
just have to say them by name.
So really quickly, so we can move the items into general orders, and then we can motion to vote by division of the question, so that only certain amendments to the Constitution would be made. But theoretically, that entire document would then be moved to general orders, and then anyone can make any motion that they want for how they want to vote on that document. So if you want to pursue block voting or division of the question voting, those items would first have to be moved into general orders.
Another point.
I was gonna like motion to move to general order so we could debate it.
Yeah, we do need unanimous consent, so everybody that is a participating member, voting member.
Yeah, I would just encourage everyone here to consider the fact that we have like 20 plus students here today, took time out of their days. Also had people come as proxies, represent them in their other roles that they might serve in Senate here today, to be here. That in the history, I believe and as the historian, like you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think ever throughout our Senate that this has not been moved up on the first day, as it is really imperative to get a good start for the student union to serve the student body correctly right off the bat, and to not be delayed, especially because there's a lot of things have to happen in this last couple months or so before the summer. So I would just urge everyone to make sure they consider that.
Yes.
Hey guys, I understand the desire to move this item from new business to general orders, but I think that we seek unanimous consent for a reason, and I don't want to create a culture where we shame a senator for not providing their consent. And I also don't think that that's an effective way to convince somebody to provide their consent.
Yield time to Andrew.
I just have a question. So if you were to just move item B up to general orders by unanimous consent, then that would only confirm directors enumerated with their departments in the Constitution. That wouldn't apply to the name changes and the new ones being added, correct?
Yes.
So someone could decide to just move item B up.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep, and not item A. Yes.
I'd like to yield my time.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm one of the freshman cabinet appointees for this year. I'm also on Bomber Hall Council. And just kind of to comment on that in terms of like the culture with, not necessarily shaming a senator, but as Doug said, in Bomber Hall Council, not one person has brought this up. This was not brought up. We had our meeting last night with everyone. This was not expressed, and as has been expressed, this was public information that these cabinets were changing for quite some time. There was opportunity last night, ample opportunity to express this at Bomber Hall Council, but it wasn't. So that was just my reply to that in terms of necessarily shaming someone.
Motion to dispense with section D of new business.
Are you trying to seek unanimous consent to move section D into general orders? Yeah. No worries. No, hey, mistakes are welcome. That's okay. That's literally my job. That's like why I exist here, so.
It's our first Senate, guys, it's okay, there's rooms for mistakes, it's okay. We will. Second, okay.
Yeah, it's unanimous consent.
Yeah, is there any objections to the unanimous consent to move item B into general orders? Seeing that there are none, we'll move item B to general orders. Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, go ahead. So this document has all the director nominations in there, so I do ask that somebody make a motion to vote in block. We will now vote on the motion for voting in block. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Oh, dispense with the reading, yeah. It's okay. Is there a motion to dispense with the reading?
Motion to dispense with the reading.
Second.
Awesome. Awesome. We will now vote on dispensing of the reading and moving into questioning. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, we're now in questioning.
One inquiry, shouldn't we change the names since we're giving roles to departments that don't exist?
So if you wanted to, we could make amendments to the nominations to change the position names to reflect the current department names in the Constitution. And then upon confirmation, those individuals could like take their role immediately upon confirmation, or we could vote via block. And I guess the names that aren't changed, that are not reflected in the document, those individuals would not be confirmed this time. Yeah, we'd have to vote per individual for block. So we could do that, or we could make amendments for all cases in which there are discrepancies.
A friendly amendment, to change anything, how the departments, or to reflect how the departments are currently.
So we're gonna need like specific, you can make those amendments, but we're gonna need those specific amendments. In the Constitution right now, there are I believe that there are only 18 executive departments in the Constitution or outlined in the Constitution. So that will also have to be something that's taken into account, so that a couple individuals would not be confirmed today for my understanding, at least.
I also wanted to say something. We could just table this and this would take all this time.
So motioning to table something means that it can't be brought back before the Senate unless it's significantly different. At least it's just we can't talk about it for a little while for the most part unless there's changes. And so yeah.
My recommendation for what to do right now is two options. Either A, if you guys, you three would have to agree to change the names of the ones to the original name and then work on changing the names next week, or just voting on the 16 and taking off the 4 nominations for new or changed departments, voting on those 16 today, voting on the other 4 next week.
What hall are you asking? No, you're good to go. That's okay. Don't even worry. They're done already.
Sorry, you like this?
So
I'd see my time.
Yeah.
The two options right now are so these guys, because they're the authors, can accept the friendly amendment to change the names of the changed ones back to the original ones of the departments, and then work on changing it next week. Or you can take the 16 that aren't changed, vote on them, and then separate the other 4, put that back in a new business, and do that next week after debate on the name changes and the additions.
Motion to move out of question. Okay. Second.
We will now vote on the motion moving out of debate, the questioning into debate. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstain? You're now in debate.
Motion to do Thomas's second thing is.
Yield time.
I'll say it again. This is to basically take the 16 department directors that are not being changed or added. It's the same departments as last year, voting on them in block, and then taking the other 4 and putting those 4 back in new business.
And so that would affect,
Sure.
that would,
Motion to suspend parliamentary procedure to vote on the 16 leaders that haven't changed, and then move the 4 leaders to new business. Yeah, we can do that.
okay. Can I say something for the ones that are affected? The departments that will be affected, today will be, which previously was known Department of Diversity, Inclusion, Race, and Ethnicity. The new department, was Department of Racial, Ethnic, and International Engagement. The original, department was Department of Community Outreach, which was, renamed to be Department of Community Service. And then we're going to add Department of Student Athlete Relations and the Department of Campus Nutrition, so those 4 will go to next week. But can you repeat your motion so I could?
This is to suspend parliamentary.
Motion to suspend parliamentary procedure to move the vote in block on the 16 and the 4.
Yeah.
We will now vote on suspending the parliament procedure of voting in block of the 16 and moving 4 departments to new business. All those in favor?
Those require 2/3 to pass, so.
Okay, yeah. All opposed? Abstain? Okay, passes. So we will vote a block on the 16 that are currently in the Constitution. Sorry.
Actually, that's actually a very good point. Could all voting members of the Senate actually just like raise your hand right now? Just because we do need 2/3. Okay, so we're fine. Yeah.
A lot of people left.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Motion dispense with reading, but then we also.
We have this.
Okay. Never mind. I guess
Good to vote? Okay.
we just need someone to, the 4 specific positions that are effective, they're gonna need to be split off into a separate document. So I don't know. I don't know what we can work it out later, I guess, but.
Okay, we will now vote on the 16 director nominations. All those in favor? All opposed? All abstain? Okay, passes for those. Okay, we have in new business, order SO 252601. If there's no motion to move that or unanimous consent to move that into general orders, we will move to announcements. See?
If it is moved to general orders, can we do the block and vote similarly then?
Yes.
Motion to move it to general order.
Unanimous consent.
We need unanimous consent, so every voting member has to agree. Object? Okay. Seeing that there's an objection, we will move to announcements. As stated in our meeting, I will send out an email for the senators, a proxy form, the senator bylaws, and then the Constitution to review your constitutional duties. I do need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We will now vote on a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? All opposed? Abstain? It passes. Okay, thank you guys.
So much for coming, okay? Yeah, you're done. Yeah, I got it.